journaling time.
Hey, what's up, party people?
Hello.
Say what's up. We're going to get the music
Hi.
going. There we go. What kind of music? What kind of music we got? You can barely hear it. There we go. Oh, that's really chill again. Let's get the jams back
I
on.
need a little energy today.
Yeah. All right. If you can't tell, we are in beautiful San Clemente. You want to tell them about it while I get the tech stuff sorted
Yeah,
out?
so we are in San Clemente for the next month. Our house is, we have a big retaining wall project that needs to be done. We've been waiting on it for a whole year. They finally decided to start work, so we had to get out of there. And yeah, we're just hanging out in San Clemente. It's a beautiful beach town.
No AC in our place right
No
now.
AC. We're really hot and bothered. There's a fan behind us. Hopefully everyone can hear us okay, because we are barely surviving in this heat.
That's what happens. We're doing it live.
Exactly.
We got Misty's here. What's up, Misty? Good to see you. Deidre's in the house. Yeah, we got a
Hello.
handful. I don't think I sent out the email today because I had too much going on. But you know, if you made it, you made it, and you're one of the early ones. So, all right. Well, tonight's program, Alex actually chose for you. You want to explain what we got going on this evening?
Well, yeah, it's called Better Decision Making. So, better decision making. Thank you. So yeah, just making better choices and just making sure that the choices we make are actually aligned with our values, which is really important. So yeah, we'll explore that this afternoon. How are we gonna do this? We'll figure out a setup for next
We're
time.
gonna
So
do just fine.
we're
This is
better.
good. You know, you gotta adapt. We wouldn't miss this for the world.
Okay.
What's up, Julie? Good to see you.
Hi there.
right, we
Texas
got-
and Indiana in the house. It's amazing. Hi guys.
Awesome. Yeah. So this program actually we just extended it. This one was existing on YouTube as like a solo session, not a live session. So you can always go back and do the shorter version of this one. But we gave a few more minutes to each prompt just so we could make a full journal party live out of it. And I think 4 minutes per prompt is pretty good. So we got 5 prompts coming to you this evening. 4 minutes per prompt for a total of 20 minutes of guided journaling. My beautiful wife here and I will take turns reading the prompts and journaling along with you. And then at the very end, we'll all hang out, share insights, and do as we do. I'm excited to commune and see what everyone's up to. We got Kathy's
Hi,
in the
Kathy.
house.
Hello.
We got Bria Love in here.
Hi.
Amazing. Oh, you guys are related. I remember that.
Yes.
All right. Well, we got the whole
Mom and daughter,
family
I love
here.
it.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna give it a couple more minutes for some folks to trickle in, and then we'll get this party started. Let us know how your week's been. What's been going
Hello.
on? Hey, Mary, how you
Hi
doing?
there.
Normally, I got my headphones. I can hear
I
all the
know,
music and
we're-
stuff.
We're a little out of sorts today, but we're just happy this work is getting done on our house, and then we can move, and then we can figure out where we want to spend the next chapter of our lives.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And if you have never been to San Clemente, California, highly recommend. It is an adorable beach town, so we are absolutely loving it.
It is pretty gorgeous. It's quite a change of pace from Los Angeles, where we currently reside. A little bit quieter. Air is a lot fresher.
Very much so, yeah. I can actually breathe here, which is wonderful.
And then this weekend, if anyone's at all near San Diego, we've got a journal party live in real life event going on. You want to tell them about that?
Yeah. So that's taking place on Saturday, April 11th from 1 to 3 p.m. The space that is taking place in is called Your Space. I know, a lot of space, but the venue is actually called Your Space Collective, and it is run by a couple of my girlfriends who are incredible women, and it's a wonderful environment for all sorts of artists and practitioners to host events there. They have amazing vintage resale items. It's really super cute. Highly recommend coming if you happen to be in the area. Breathing is good. Yes, it is. I mean, honestly, like Los Angeles is, we're close to downtown. So needless to say, the air is not great. So yeah, being able to breathe here and circulating air for my allergies have been a million times better. So
It's so nice. Even on my walks with Bowie over here, you can't see him. Off screen is our little garbage gremlin who is just chewing on his stinky things. Like, what is this? It's a party animal. It's what it is.
Exactly.
He's like, dude, why'd you take that away from me?
So yeah,
Sorry,
we're all loving this nice clean air. I'm really enjoying our time here. So
sounds like we got some like rock and roll tunes happening here. Maybe we'll pick like some of the ambient tracks.
Misty, that's awesome. Do you know what part of Los Angeles? We're in like the Echo Park area. But again, we will be moving at some point. We're just ready for the next chapter. We've been there for quite a few years.
It's changed a lot since we've been there too. I think we're just at a different part of our journey.
Potty training.
Potty training. Oh, I remember you were working on that in the accountability group. I'm glad you got some wins on that. Congratulations. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, we got, some more people showing up. We got a handful of folks on Facebook with us. We got some other folks on YouTube with us. So nice little crowd here, but I think it's about time to get this party started. So let me go ahead and I'm going to change our little caption here so any stragglers know what's going on. And I'm also going to get this crazy music
I think
off.
That's a good idea. I was just thinking this isn't.
It's a little nutty. So, all right. Well, fortunately, in our new app, we have all sorts of music to choose from. So, Alex, do you want to do the odds or the evens?
I'll start us off, so I'll do odds.
All right, cool. And while I get us set up here, try to think of a decision that you're currently facing, because that's kind of the theme this evening, and it'll be helpful to kind of know what you want to work through as we get started here. I'm sorry, what you said? Evens?
No, odds, but
God.
we also don't function that well in heat. If you haven't been able to tell,
our brains are boiling.
We are sweating and we get weird. So bear with us. But
it's all right. Kristen's trying to figure out the date. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I've been losing track of time like crazy lately. All right. Well, either way, I think it's time to get going here. Let's get this party started. Shout out to Deborah in Kansas here. Let me pause us here and find some tunes for us.
Get Kansas in the house, all over. I love it. That's amazing.
What do you think? Ambient or chill?
Chill, maybe?
Let's do the chill. All right, Jack. Can you hear the music okay? Let us know. Oh, that's pretty chill. All right, let me date my page here.
You press start when I'm wrong.
Yeah, I was just making sure everyone could hear the tunes. Music's good.
Okay.
All right.
That's all we
need. Great.
All right. Write about a decision you're currently facing. What are all the thoughts, feelings, and considerations swirling around this choice? Don't try to organize or solve anything yet. Just get everything out of your head and onto paper.
Next prompt, think about your core values, the principles that matter most to you in life. How does each option in your current decision align with or conflict with these values? Which choice would make you feel most authentic to who you are?
Imagine yourself 1 year from now having made this decision. Write a letter from that future version of yourself back to you today. What would they tell you about the choice you made and how it played out?
aside all the logical pros and cons for a moment. When you quiet your mind and tune into your body, what does your gut instinct tell you? What physical sensations come up when you imagine each option?
What would you choose if fear wasn't a factor? Write about the decision you'd make if you knew you couldn't fail, and explore what specific fears might be holding you back from that choice.
Yeah, all right. Let me get our other music back on now that that's over. Hold up. There we go. Cool. All right. Well, Lady Alex. Oh, thank you. That was much needed. She just dialed up the brightness. I couldn't see anything on the computer. Awesome. So, what do you mind sharing what you were deciding about?
Yeah, no, I just the decision about where we're going to move in the future. We are currently in Orange County, California, and this is a part of the state that I'm somewhat familiar with, but I've never considered living here until this point in my life. I grew up in San Diego and I've lived in LA, and I usually just kind of pass through Orange County on my way to and back. So yeah, it's just, it's every part of California is a little bit different. Orange County certainly is different. I think I have a lot of stereotypes in my head of what it means to be from Orange County and their values and stuff. And I think I'm just kind of grappling with, is Orange County where my people are at? So, I was just kind of working through that. And, I came to the conclusion that, just like any other place in the world, any other organization, any other group of people, there's going to be the people for you and the people who are not for you. And you're always going to be able to find your group of people. You just need to kind of seek them out. So, I just had to remind myself that, again, in every other, situation in life and group I've been a part of and city I've lived in, I'm able to find my people and where I belong. So I'm actually a little excited about potentially moving to this neck of the woods. And
I think it'll be nice to maybe be in a smaller pond too. I mean, Los Angeles is it's just so massive and there's so many people. And was it yesterday? Alex was promoting the event that we have coming this weekend down in San Diego. And even San Diego was like, you found a community where we're able to like kind of go around all the local businesses and like you found community and people were excited about it and stuff like that. And like, so, and San Diego's not exactly small either. I mean, I imagine that you'd probably be able to very quickly like establish some community here. Oh my gosh. I was tempted to bring the mic over here. If you can see our dog back here, he's having a little snooze cruise right now and snoring quite a bit. But I don't know. He's got some face issues. I don't want to shove something in his face. Poor guy. But
yeah, so that's kind of what I was looking into.
Well, and what's that saying? When you're saying that, you kind of reminded me of something. It's that idea of like wherever you go, there you are.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So like one of my concerns or fears about like our whole decision with moving and stuff too is like all right, because like some of it, like I'll be honest, we want to escape LA. Like we're just kind of like over it, at least our little corner of it. But I'm just like, are we gonna get somewhere else and just like be like, oh, it was us. It was us
we were the problem the whole time. I actually think that's not accurate. I was messaging a friend today and she's like, you're moving, where are you moving? I was like, well, we don't know yet, but we're here now. And quite frankly, I'm a lot happier in this environment. It's, again, things are smaller. There's fewer people. And, I think I just get a little too overwhelmed the size of LA and, all the traffic and stuff. And so just been, running errands even. And I'm realizing like the slower pace, the fewer people is actually like making me a nicer person. I told her when I'm in LA, I'm a little sad. I'm a little angry. LA does not bring out the best in me. And I'm finding, a much more peaceful version of myself here. So I think we're on to something with this San Clemente.
Gabby said, or wherever you go, there are also dog parks.
Exactly. Dog parks are my favorite. And yeah, as long as there's dog parks wherever we live, we're good. That's a great point, Gabby.
My stuff you guys won't think is interesting. I was making decisions about, what to promote. Well, maybe you think it's interesting, like what to promote for a journal party. And, so much of like our history with journal party, it's been a couple of years in the making now, and just so heavily focused on like getting people to the app, which I love. And I'm also really proud of everything that we've been building for the app. But I think lately, the thing that's been on my heart is how much this particular community means to me, and how much community in general means to me, and how much like I just appreciate how this whole thing, the whole Journal Party Live thing and interacting with you all makes me feel. And also I was just thinking about your, how much fun you had going around all the shops and actually connecting with people. And also like how when you go online today, like you can't even be sure if it's a real person you're talking to, even if it's one of your friends, because now everyone just thinks it's cool to just post AI versions of stuff that they never actually came up with or whatever. It's so like, I don't know, there's like enough of that. And at the same time, I'm like, oh man, like this is where it's at. And so my decision was, kind of to shift gears a little bit and just try to focus on driving more people into this. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. My only conflict is like, I kind of love how intimate this space is. And my fear is that if I blow it up with ads and we get a ton of people on here, is that it might lose a little bit of that magic. But at the same time, I mean, we could always, do additional sessions and things like that, or have special guests on and stuff like that. And there's like all this stuff that opens up if this part of everything gets a little bit bigger. And then for the people who want to go deeper, then we can, show them all the cool stuff that we've put together on the app, which again, super cool. You just journal on it.
just go check it out, I guess.
Yeah, just go check it out. Yeah, so I don't know. That was my decision. But like, as far as insights go, I had one interesting insight, and I think my favorite prompt was like the letter from your future self. Mm-hmm. First off, how powerful is it to like project yourself beyond the decision into the space, like where you can feel like the actual consequences or like the effects of the decisions that you would be making. And one, like the thing that I wanted to tell myself though, after kind of sitting in that space for a minute and experiencing my life post decision, all I could think of were other decisions that I was going to have to make. And so I felt like that was a pretty good insight for me, because I immediately wanted to tell myself now, going back in time now, anyway, I wanted to tell myself like, hey, you're always going to have stuff to figure out. So like, it doesn't make sense to get overwhelmed by all of the different things that are going on. And you can always make another decision. Like, ultimately though, you have to make a decision and make some sort of change to see what happens. And, I think the other side of it was like, trust your gut, trust your heart a little bit. And, I think that, my biggest fear is that like, we'll do some harm or something like that. And it's like, if I check myself, it's like my heart wouldn't let myself do something like that with something this good. So, I don't know, feeling pretty good about that. I was a little nervous I wasn't going to have like a good decision to write about, because we're just in the middle of so many things, but, this was powerful. So yeah, let us know in the chat how you found this. I'm seeing we got a couple of insights and shares here. Kathy said, future me is grateful for me not giving up on me and my dreams, even when others didn't want to understand your path. Looking at your artwork and reading your writings has helped others when you thought your stuff wasn't good enough to share. Oh, that's awesome. And that it's such a hard thing to get over, is like putting yourself out there. But like, man, if there's ever a place to be like courageous, I think it's with your creativity and your self-expression. I mean, I talk about that a lot on here. I use, creativity not just for expression, but to also to make decisions and solve problems and stuff like that. And you really have to nurture and foster that side of yourself, because that's where magic happens. Anybody, like, there's so many things that are just, again, automated and just things that are like, we just do because we're going through the motions or whatever. But like inside of all of us, we have this heart that's just yearning to share and to contribute and to create. And we all have different skills. We all have different gifts. And so if there's a part of you that's like wanting to express itself and be seen out in the world, or, whether it's to be seen or whether it's just to get it out, like, highly encourage that, especially in this community. We've also got really amazing programs and prompts to help you, foster that creativity or find the confidence around that. But it sounds like, you made some good decisions here, Kathy, and I would love to see what you churn out. We got Bria Love says, change definitely is scary, and trying to find your people in a new place is definitely hard, but it might be better to dip in a smaller place. Yeah, well, one of the things that's like I've realized over the years is a huge factor for me and a huge driver for me is impact. Like when I work with companies and things like that, like I'm always excited about, the possibility. And I love working with a really good team or being, given good resources to be able to do what it is I do. But I notice where I get frustrated is if I feel stifled because, I'm waiting on this or waiting on that, or this person needs to make this decision. But like, ultimately it's like, I'm not able. I get frustrated when I'm not able to have that impact. And it's so much easier to have an impact when there's not so much noise and chaos going on, or, in a smaller pond even. And that's kind of what I feel like is going on for us in Los Angeles. I mean, there was a time when I think both of us were pretty plugged in there and felt like the world didn't seem like too big or like you were just, screaming into the void there the way it feels now. I think like LA is one of those places where like it's getting harder to find that sense of community and to feel really that impact. And, I'm sure there's people out there who are just crushing it and would say otherwise. And I'm happy for those people. But I think like for you and I, like it's just become a different place for us. And yeah, I am so excited about having like a smaller community and like having a genuine connection. I think, when I was younger, LA was cool because it's like, I want to be famous. I want to, I want to be on TV, or I want to, play in bands and stuff. And I, did some of that stuff. But like, yeah, now I think like the mission is much more about like that meaningful and authentic connection. I'm less interested in playing some character as I am about like really discovering who I am and how that plugs in authentically. So yeah, I think I think you're right. The change is scary for sure, but for me the scarier thing is to not make that decision and continue to be stifled because of it. So I don't know. I think it's going to be easy for us. Yeah, I'm hoping.
I think so too.
Deidre said, I think it's okay to need a change of venue to be able to live your best life. It's an exciting time. Yeah. I mean, look, everything's always changing, and you got to adapt. Like adaptability. That's when we should do a program on, right? I mean, that's one of like the best skills, to be able to improvise, adapt, and overcome, tremendously important. Like life constantly throwing stuff at you. I was talking with my wife last night. We were just kind of like yearning for like when some of the more difficult things that we're going through will be over. And I was like, and then nothing difficult or bad will ever happen again, right? And it's like we both had this kind of realization that like, oh, it's going to keep going. But hey, the nice thing is like at least like along the way we've learned more about ourselves, and we've got each other, and so it's a building process. And yeah, I think you're right. You need to need to be able to make the moves that you need to make based off of what and I think the other side of that's trusting your heart, your intuition, which we were talking about and stuff like that. Gabby's saying Avocado Festival is in our town April 19th. I think she was saying that was in Fallbrook. So if anyone's around there, check Fallbrook, that out.
Is that San Diego? Where is that, Gabby? I'm not familiar with Fallbrook.
Yeah.
Avocado Festival, where we are. That sounds fun.
Misty said, getting to know myself better and tuning into what I desire and not the expectations of others will help guide me. Yeah, expectations of others, man. Any other people pleasers out there? I I'm done with that. Well, I mean, look, I always want to do right by people. I think it's good to have a sense of personal responsibility, but I know that pain big time of letting the expectations or my perceived expectations, like I don't even always have it right, but letting that override like what your intuition, your heart is saying and stuff. That's painful for sure. So yeah, getting to know yourself, right? What was the I mean, maybe that's like one of like the most important things, right? I mean, it's your experience. You only get one life, I think. Maybe, I don't know, but like you got to have that internal compass going on, and without it being somebody else's compass or somebody else's dreams that you're following. And I've definitely spent some years following other people's dreams, and just trying to make everyone happy, except for doing the things that I know would make me happy.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah,
but it's good to recognize, because then you can adapt.
For you, Misty, that's the right choice. Just tune into yourself.
Kathy said, look what you've accomplished when you stop magnifying the negative stuff when the positive stuff was so much cooler. Your pain has lessened when you let go of the mental crap. Your voice matters, and someone needs to hear/see it.
Absolutely.
I kind of want to like tattoo that on the inside of my eyelids.
Very well said, Kathy.
Yeah. Man, it's hard, like I think maybe it's how we're like wired as human beings, because like we spent so much time in our evolution of like needing to evade threats and things like that like I know that I am, my ears constantly perk up for threats and things that that just the negative stuff, like the stuff that rubs you the wrong way, and it's like so easy to get stuck in that. And it's good. I mean, fortunately, I found a positive partner who can recognize my own stuff like that. I think we kind of do the same thing. We can both see like, hey, you're on some negative garbage train right now. Like,
I'm gonna need you to get off right away.
It's tough. At the same time, like we all need our moments, and so it's like, all right, don't beat yourself up if you catch yourself there. But I mean, that's the key, right? Is catching yourself there, and also like recognizing that you said it yourself. The positive stuff was so much cooler, and it's so much better when you let go of that negative crap, right? That's the thing. We all know. That's why I love journaling so much, and I love this process of like just going in for your own inner wisdom. It's like, I mean, there's a ton of people out there who are ready to sell you courses and books and all that stuff. And like, sure, some of it's really great. I've leveled up substantially from some of the programs that I've gone through and things like that. But like the real stuff, like nobody knows your context better than you. No one knows your heart the way that you do, and what your hopes and your dreams and your desires are. And like ultimately, you're the one who gets to take action on your own behalf. And so it's really, I think it's just so powerful to make that shift and to consciously choose like what kind of headspace you want to be in, and what kind of state of being that you want to have, because ultimately we talk about this a lot. I think sure, like your circumstances can make you feel a certain way, but I do feel like maybe we get it flipped, and it's actually having a solid state of being that produces better circumstances. And, got to get that good feedback loop going. Awesome share, Kathy. Again, I want to tattoo that at my eyelids. Mary said, this came right on time. We're making a pretty big decision right now. I'm going to try to get my husband to listen to this later to help him out. Yeah, well, and hey, if he needs a shorter bite-sized version, we have another one on YouTube. If you just search for decisions, I'm sure it'll pop up, and there's like a 10-minute version of this one if you don't want to make him listen to all of our musing and all the live stream stuff. But yeah, I mean, always good to check in. So I'm glad you found some value. Gabby said, the letter to my 18-year-old self is actually all written up for me. I had finished it. One of my points in my letter is that I wished I married and had kids, but life has changed for me now. Oh, well, regret's an interesting thing. I don't think any of us will go through this life without accumulating some regrets, but I think like ultimately we have to acknowledge the truth of what is, and really what is the here and now. And you can dwell in the past, which you can't change, or you can spend too much time imagining a future that will never actually come if you don't come back to the now and and make decisions, right? So I think it's you never want to throw away, those things. Take it as feedback. This is yourself telling you, what's important to you and what matters to you in your world. And like, hey, let me know if you invent a time machine, because there's a couple things I want to do. But assuming that doesn't happen, I think you can take that understanding, those insights, and bring them to the here and now. Make decisions that are going to serve you in the future, so that when you're writing the letter to your current self, it can be a thank you letter for setting you up to be so good. And I guess she's in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Kathy said, core values: acceptance of differences because that's where real love is. Self-love because how I show care to myself is more important than how I show others. Creativity because that's where the fun and growth is. Amen, Kathy.
Absolutely.
I have to get you on one of these things. Awesome. Well, we are through our chat log here, and I think I'm okay if we wrap it up a little. Sometimes we go like hours on these things these days, right? But we're in a different place, and I feel like I'm feeling pretty good about where I landed with this thing. And also I'm hearing my little baby boy back here just on a little snooze cruise. So I don't, oh my gosh, his eyes are like creepily rolled back into his head. He's all right. Yeah, we think he's all right. Guys, thank you so much for doing this work with us. I mean, I can't tell you how often I come to these and feeling like maybe I don't feel like I got it in me, or I don't want to do it, or something like that. And there's not ever been a time where we've gone through it where I don't feel just like the weight of the world lifting off my shoulders. Like when we sat down, we were both a hot mess. We were like kind of boiling in our brains, like irritable, and like, how are we going to have this? And it's like, all right, take a deep breath, check in with yourself, make some decisions. Like it's that easy. It's that simple. And on the other side of that is just like finding good people to commune with, to check you, to confirm some things, to, make you think a little bit differently, to show you a little pocket of wisdom from another corner of the universe. Super cool what we're doing here, folks.
Yes,
so
thank you guys.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. And again, anyone in San Diego, the event is this weekend. We have a post about it on Facebook, I believe, and lots on Instagram. I would love to at some point take Journal Party outside of Southern California at some point. We'll see, we got to start small. But we're getting really excited, and we're just hoping to build this community. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll be back and doing this again next week.
All right. As